Did you know that Ousmane Dembele's very first FIFA rating was just 57? EA gave him nothing. No pace, no dribbling, barely even a weak foot. And fast forward to today, and he's a Ballon d'Or contender at PSG. But today, though, we're replaying Dembele's career from scratch. He's 18 again, and stuck with that brutal 57 overall from FIFA 16. And oh boy, those stats look absolutely horrendous. But don't you worry, our goal today is clear. Take Dembele to a 99 overall, win him a Ballon d'Or, as well as win him 20 career trophies. But yeah, now that I think about it, I don't think this is going to be easy, because a 57 rated Dembele, I really don't know how far we can take him. But we are going to give it our best shot, and let's start with Season 1. We've got Dembele playing at his boyhood club in France, Stade Rennais. But I'm not going to lie, boys, I don't think Dembele is ready yet for Liga. I don't know how he did it in real life, maybe impressed the gaffer and all. But in career mode here, Dembele's got no chance to even get on the bench. I think now we got to just forget about the big goals, the 99 overall, the 20 career trophies, the Ballon d'Or. We got to just focus on getting Dembele to a really good level. Maybe like a 70-75 overall, get him to a serious club. Because yeah, right now, the only option we've got, I think, is to loan Dembele out and get him to a club where he can play week in, week out. All right, let's see where young Ousmane Dembele could be headed. And there's a first loan offer already from Red Star FC. Bro, which league are they from? And would you believe it? It's a French League 2 club. And it's also based in Paris, and apparently the 4th oldest club in France. I think this might be the play. He'll get to stay in his home country as well, develop. In fact, I kind of want this loan deal to be for a couple of years. That way, Dembele will get a bit of continuity. And there you go, guys. Dembele is leaving Stade Rennais for a couple of years. I know in real life, Dembele's career path started out in an incredible way, joining Dortmund from Stade Rennais, then Barca. But I think for us to give Dembele a good career, we're gonna have to do things the hard way. And okay, yeah, it is pretty bad here at Red Star FC. Just look at this team. But in spite of that, Dembele's rating is so low that I don't think he's going to even be a starter here. Okay, for Dembele to get game time here, we're going to have to convert him to a right mid. I'm also thinking we'll put him on an inside forward development plan, get that shooting up, and also weak foot. Because come on, man, we can't have a Dembele with a 3-star weak foot. This is a player that himself doesn't know whether he's left-footed or right-footed. Gotta get that weak foot up. But as I said before, we can't be focusing on the 20 career trophies of Ballon d'Or and whatnot. Our first goal is to see if Dembele can become a starter at Red Star FC. 0 goals? I definitely expected more from Dembele. Saying that though, he did become kind of a starter, playing at least 20 games. 1 assist though, but he is up by 3 overalls, at least a bit of progress, and he's got that 5-star weak foot back. I told you, man, it's going to be a grind to make such a low-rated Dembele even a starter anywhere. The only thing we can do is give it time, and that's why I'm glad this loan deal is for 2 years, and I'm really hoping in the second season Dembele can grow a lot more, maybe even score his first goal. Now, that's definitely an improvement. 5 goals this season. Also, Dembele played more games, 23. He still couldn't make himself a starter. It was this Cisse guy. And to be honest, Dembele's growth slowed down as well, only up by a couple of overalls. I gotta say, this loan spell to Red Star has not panned out accordingly. Dembele is nowhere near being 70 overall. I don't think even if he goes back to Stade Rennais, he'll get game time there. Man, starting at a 57 overall has really made life difficult. And so Dembele is back at Stade Rennais. Gotta say, that loan spell was a bit of a failure. I was expecting a lot more growth. But also, guys, even though we're back at Stade Rennais, I don't think Dembele can be here for long. Look at all the players at this club. How on earth is he gonna get game time over all these high-rated players? This is kind of frustrating, because in real life, at the age of 20, Dembele was already balling out for Borussia Dortmund. And here we're stuck with a 62 rated version of him. Is our only play to like transfer list him to maybe a League 1 or a League 2 club in England? Because that's the only way I can see him get a lot of game time and maybe grow a lot in his overall. Okay, wait a minute. I may have another idea. I'm looking at this Stade Rennais formation. They've got 4 spots for wingers, and at the club right now, there isn't a right winger. And you know what? I'm going to test out something. We're converting Dembele to a right winger, and that actually boosted up his overall to a 64. Now, since Dembele is the only right winger at the club, that should officially make him a starter, or at least get him a good amount of games. But bro, if this doesn't work, Dembele could end up playing 0 games throughout the season. It's going to crush his potential. But you know what? I'm willing to roll the dice here. Let's see what a 64 rated Dembele can do in Liga. Oh man, I think I'm taking a huge gamble with Dembele's career here. And looks like our strategy has paid off. Dembele played 48 games this season. That's more than his entire loan spell combined. He also scored 6 goals in Liga. Bro, and the best part, he's up to a 68 overall. That's a +6 this season. I think the fact that Stade Rennais have got a formation with 4 wingers, it's bound to give Dembele a lot of game time. We gotta make the most of this, man. Keep Dembele here. Get him to keep growing. Also, Stade Rennais have qualified for the Champions League. That's huge, boys. Staying at his boyhood club, Dembele is gonna experience the pinnacle of club football. Okay, but wait a minute. Where's PSG? 16! How are they so bad without Dembele? I don't get this. This is actually crazy, boys. If PSG loses this playoff final, they're gonna get relegated.
A few moments later.
I actually can't believe this. PSG are going down. They got relegated to League 2. What on earth has just happened here?
Look at the look on everybody's face. Hey, hey, hey. Goodbye.
I know Dembele in real life plays for PSG, but seeing them get relegated here is going to help him out, because it gives him a chance to win the Liga with Stade Rennais. But at a 68 overall, I'm not really sure he can pull this off. Well, okay, even with PSG's absence, we could only finish 8th in the league. And Dembele's first Champions League experience wasn't that fun. 27th out in the group stages. But looks like European experience has really helped Dembele, because he was the 2nd top scorer. Bro, he also scored 5 in the Champions League. 15 goals in 44 games. Overall wise, Dembele didn't really grow though, up to only a 69. But I'm hoping after a season like this, dynamic potential's gonna kick in. But you know what I'm really curious about? What's happened to PSG? Did they get promoted back? And yeah, they do. But I don't know what's happened with PSG. They couldn't even win the 2nd division in France. I mean, they've still got a really good attack at the club with Kvicha and Goncalo Ramos. Players like Declan Rice, João Neves. I thought maybe they didn't have goalkeepers, but they do have Donnarumma. I guess no Mbappe, no Dembele, and they've completely fallen off. But let's keep the focus on Dembele. We're now in Season 5. Dembele's 22 years old. And so far, we've spent his entire career in France. I'm wondering, boys, is it time for us to get him a move? Because now at a 69 overall, he could easily get into maybe a championship club. Maybe at a lower level La Liga club. But you know what, guys? Since last year, Dembele had crazy good stats. I think dynamic potential is about to kick in. And if we transfer him out now, that might have a negative effect on that. I think we gotta still keep Dembele at Stade Rennais until he gets at least to like a 75 overall. Hopefully Dembouz can get there this season. Maybe if you guys can subscribe to the channel, he'll get a bit of luck. But oh man, what is happening with Dembele's growth? He only went up by a couple of ratings this year. Bro, at the age of 23, he's 71 rated. And it's not like he's not getting game time. He played 39 games this year, 6 goals and 4 assists. Okay, I know the stats aren't great, but at least his overall should be going up. Do you know what? Maybe this is because we've got Dembele in a protected environment. Maybe he needs to leave France, experience the real world in different leagues. Because here at Stade Rennais, he's going to constantly secure that 7th or 8th place. Nothing really to work for. I think he does need a transfer. Meanwhile, an update on PSG. Normalcy has been restored. They're back to winning the league.
You thought you could get rid of me, but no.
I just don't know how that one season they got relegated. Season 6 and we're doing it. Transfer listing Dembele. But you know what? I'm really worried. Who's going to want a 71 rated player?
Not me.
But yeah, the major issue we've had with Dembele in this player career is that we had to start with a 57 overall. And even though we've got Dembele going up by 14 ratings in the first 5 seasons, it's not enough. It's only got him to a 71. I'm looking at the goals we've got, like winning a Ballon d'Or, 99 overall. It just seems so impossible now. But you know what? Let's not give up. Dembele is still 23. If in the next 3 seasons he can get himself to like an 80 overall, I still think there's hope. But okay, an offer has come from a club that I can't even pronounce, Oud Heavily Leuven, and apparently this offer has already been accepted.
How?
Oh no, Dembele had a release clause. There's nothing I can do. He's about to join a club that I don't even know play in which country. Okay, they play in the Belgian Pro League. But come on, man, after spending 5 years in France, we're downgrading Dembele to play in the Belgian League? Well, since Dembele's release clause was paid, there's nothing much we can do. He's off to Belgium. Man, the start of Dembele's career today, it's just been a nightmare. But you know what? Here in the Belgian League, Dembele, I think, is guaranteed to play every single game. And yo, isn't that Holland's cousin, Wout Brunes? That's an interesting teammate for Dembele. But yeah, these next few years in the Belgian Pro League are going to be make or break for Dembele's career. If we don't get him to a high enough overall and a big transfer, I think we're going to fail every challenge and ruin Dembele's career. career. Maybe playing in the Belgian league wasn't so bad after all, because Dembele has gone up by 5 ratings up to a 76. Also, he was the second top scorer. Bro, it feels like joining the Belgian league has saved Dembele's career. And I'm looking at his stats right now. It's starting to feel like dynamic potential has kicked in. I guess we'll keep Dembele here for another season. And I'm hoping it'll pay off, man. We need him to cross that 80 overall ASAP. I actually can't believe this, but the Belgian league has actually saved Dembele's career. He's up to an 81 overall. And again, another solid season, 16 goals and 7 assists. That is literally what we needed from Dembele. But now in season 8, the hard work begins. We're putting Dembele on the transfer list. With an 81 overall, I'm sure there'll be a top 5 league club that'll want him, where Dembele can maybe rebuild his career again. And now Dembele's 25, and we're so far away from getting him to a 99 overall, winning all the trophies, Ballon d'Or, but he's still got about 6 or 7 years where he can continue growing in his overall. Let's make the most of it. I think everything's going to depend on what kind of a club we can get Dembele to. And the first offer that's coming in is Leeds United. Now, if they're in the Premier League, it'll be one to consider, but no, Leeds are in the Championship. I don't know about sending Dembele to the Championship, man. We've spent so many seasons being in League 1, then the Belgian League. The Championship seems like a level below now. Although maybe that could help Dembele's growth. Okay, let's first see what else offers are available. Oh, there's a big one from Bournemouth. But again, that's the Championship. I guess so far in his career, Dembele hasn't really proved himself worthy of being at a top club. The Championship might be his level. We're gonna have to choose between Bournemouth or Leeds. Okay, yeah, I think our decision has been made. Bournemouth have got Takefusa Kubo in their team. There's no way Dembele can compete against him. Hang on a minute. A last-minute offer has just come in for Dembele, and it's from Manchester United. And there's the confirmation. Man United are indeed still in the Premier League. I was kind of worried that they had gotten relegated. Now, I know Man United have a history of ruining talents, but this is Dembele's chance to play in the Premier League. Also, it'll probably give him a decent chance of winning trophies. Maybe not, because it's Man United. And yes, guys, we've made the decision. We've suddenly sent Dembele to Manchester United, one of the biggest clubs in the world. This might be the start of a big comeback story, man. I know we've barely made any progress towards the challenges, but just look at the teammates Ousmane Dembele has scored so much better than his previous clubs. Also, I think we should be giving Dembele the famous number 7 at Man United. I know they say the number 7 at United has been cursed since Ronaldo, but I've got a feeling Dembele's gonna shine here. Come on, man. We're getting through the season. I need to see a big Dembele season. We've been waiting for this. I did not expect this at all. Dembele literally played every single game for Man United. 24 goals, joint top scorer with Rashford, and he's also up to an 84 overall. But it still looks like Dembele is far away from winning trophies. Man United finished 7th in the league. No FA Cup or even the Carabao Cup. But Dembele does win his first trophy, and that's the Europa League. Let's go, boys. I know we're so far away from 20, but it's good to just get off the mark. Oh, and things get even better for Dembele in his second season at Man United, up to an 87 overall. Okay, he does need to start scoring more. 18 goals and 5 assists this year. But I gotta say one thing. Staying at Man United isn't gonna get Dembele a whole load of trophies. I mean, it's got him a lot of growth, but yeah, 7th in the Premier League, no FA Cup or even the Carabao Cup. They lost the UEFA Super Cup to Inter and knocked out in the Champions League to Bayern Munich. By the way, Dembele is now 27, which is also his real-life age. And the current overall he's got in FIFA in real life, 86. So we've actually gotten him 1 overall higher than in real life. But of course, when you compare the careers, Dembele has been pretty stinky. Of course, spending a few years at Stade Rennais, then the Belgian Super League. Now, of course, we've got him at Man United winning a Europa League. But real-life Dembele, man, he's won Ligas, La Liga trophies with Barca. And so far, if I had to rate Dembele's career, I probably wouldn't even give him a hero card. Saying that, Dembele's only 27. He's still got maybe 5 years to really grow. He's already at an 87. We're now in season 10, and I think to get the best out of Dembele, we gotta get him out of Man United. If we transfer list him now, I'm sure with an 87 overall, he could get a big club where he can regularly win trophies, grow more in his overall, and that's what we need from Dembele now, because he's in his prime. And to be fair, I'd say he's had a successful stint here at Man United, won the Europa League, and I was right, guys. There's a lot of interest for Dembele, an offer from Chelsea. Nice are coming in with big money. 135 million? But there's no way we're going back to France. Oh, there's AC Milan. Now we're talking. I don't know about Dembele moving to Chelsea. It kind of feels like a sideways move. But going to AC Milan, dominating in the Serie A, I think that's a solid next step for Dembele. And so it's Milan Dembele is heading to be honest, guys, a couple of seasons ago when we were still in the Belgian Pro League, if you'd have told me we'd have gone to Man United, then AC Milan, I wouldn't have believed you. We really have turned Dembele's career around. It was looking like a flop show. And okay, this is a super Milan team. I think Dembele's gonna cook here. I told you Dembele will cook. Top scorer at Milan with 28 goals. But the best part is he's up to a 90 overall. Look at those stats, boys. He's finally getting into Ballon d'Or territory. And he's also got his first ever league title, the Serie A. Trophy number 2. Oh, but Dembele didn't win anything else by the looks of it. Knocked out 2 in the Champions League quarterfinals. And yo, it's Chelsea that beat them. Maybe Dembele chose wrong and he should have joined Chelsea. And by the way, it's 2034. It's a World Cup year. And of course, with Dembele being 90 rated, he has been picked for France. And okay, boys, France look like proper contenders. They've won their group. Don't forget, in real life, Dembele did win the World Cup. Of course, he didn't win it as like a protagonist. He was mostly on the bench. But if Dembele here can win the World Cup being one of the key players, I think that's going to definitely earn him that icon card from me. And France do keep going through, man. They've knocked out US in the round of 16. Getting through against Spain. Mexico as well in the semis. Nah, man, I can't believe this. It's actually happened. Dembele has won France the World Cup. It had to be against Belgium as well. To think it was the Belgian Super League that revived Dembele's career. Before I get too excited, I do want to see if Dembele played all the games at the World Cup, and he did. And he was good, boys. 4 goals in 7 games at the World Cup and the trophy. I know at a club level, we've not got Dembele a lot of success. But come on, man. We've just got him a World Cup. I think now he at least deserves a hero minimum. But we do have 5 more seasons to get him the trophies, that 99 overall, and even the Ballon d'Or. Talking about the Ballon d'Or, since Dembele just won the World Cup, he's also up to a 92 overall. Does he have a chance? No, they gave it to Erling Haaland. Come on, man. Dembele won the World Cup and the league. Oh, it does look like Dembele really wants his Ballon d'Or because at the end of the season, he's up to a 93 overall. Oh, but stats are looking pretty stinky. Just 18 goals and 16 assists. Now that he's 93, these kind of stats aren't going to be enough. Good thing is, though, AC Milan have won the league again. Back-to-back trophies for Dembele and number 4 for him. But again, looks like he's won nothing else in Italy and knocked out in the Champions League quarterfinals. This is the main thing Dembele needs to win, especially if he wants to win the Ballon d'Or. I'm giving Dembele 1 more season at AC Milan to try and win the UCL. If he can't do it, we'll have to look for a transfer elsewhere. Well, to start off, Dembele has 3-peated the Serie A. That's trophy number 5 for him. But the Champions League is what Dembele needs now, and he finished 9th in the league phases. But they did manage to get through the playoffs. But knocked out by Villarreal? Come on, man. And we also didn't see any growth in Dembele's overall. He's now hit the 30-year-old mark. And although we've got him some trophies, a World Cup, I really want him to get a Champions League, man. That's what he's going to need to get to a Ballon d'Or. And now in season 13, transfer listing Dembele, I feel, is the only way we've got to get him a Champions League. We need a Barcelona, Real Madrid, PSG, Bayern Munich, these kind of clubs to come in for him. He is 93 rated. And that is what I'm talking about, boys. We are seeing the big offers. Liverpool have just come in. But Brentford, no. There's Aston Villa, there's Spurs. But now I was expecting the big giants in Spain to come in for him. I'm gonna wait, boys. We're gonna be patient here. At least this is interesting. Man City have come in, but I'm still not sure. I feel like it's gotta be one of the big 2 in Spain, or even a Bayern Munich. Well, at least we are getting offers from Spain, although it's from Real Sociedad. Wait a minute, guys. We've waited until deadline day, and you legit can't write this stuff. PSG have come in with an offer. And so we've got a decision to make. Either sending Dembele to a Premier League club like City or Liverpool, or sending Dembele back to France to play for PSG. And I think I have made my decision. Dembele is joining PSG. I mean, this is the club where he's probably played his best football at in real life. And actually, guys, I think we chose right, because look at the teammates he's got here at PSG. A 92 rated goalkeeper. Bro, what even is that midfield? And of course, Dembele himself is 93 in his prime. But yeah, guys, time is running running out for Dembele. He's 30 years old. If he wants a Ballon d'Or now, he's going to have to lead PSG to Champions League glory. And okay, Dembele's definitely making the most of being at PSG, a guaranteed Liga. That's his 6th career trophy. Also the French Super Cup, make that 7. The French Cup as well, make that 8. But the thing we want to see Dembele win, the Champions League. This is what he needs to win a Ballon d'Or. And it's looking good. PSG have knocked out PSV. And they've gotten through Borussia Dortmund. Oh, but knocked out in the semi-finals to Wolves. Dembele is now 94 rated, man. And there's a good chance he can win a Ballon d'Or. But for that, he's going to have to win the Champions League. We've got 2 seasons left. And let's hope Dembele can get it done. We've made it to end of season 14, but we're not seeing any more growth in Dembele. Yes, guys, he's reached the stage of declining. But to be fair, guys, getting him to 94 from a 57, that required so much hard work. I think it was a commendable effort. Saying that, the stats from Dembele are not looking Ballon d'Or worthy at all. To be fair, though, counting the assists, that's almost 40 goal contributions. Not so bad. And there you go. The stat pad continues in Liga, winning the league once again. Trophy number 9 for Dembele. Make that 10 with the French Super Cup, 11 with the French Cup. But what we want to see is the Champions League. And PSG have topped the league phase through against Leipzig, through against Chelsea, and Sevilla as well. And finally, Dembele will get to play a Champions League final. And by the way, it just hit me. This technically would be Dembele's last chance to win the Ballon d'Or. Because even if he wins the Champions League next season, career mode's going to end before the ceremony. Come on, Dembele. It's your last chance. Get that Champions League trophy. And yes, he didn't score in the final, but Dembele's got the Champions League. Wait a minute, guys. But also in 2038, it's another World Cup year. And oh my days, France have topped their group. No way Dembele's getting 2 World Cups, man. They've knocked out Norway in the round of 16. Oh, but they got knocked out by Brazil on penalties. Well, Dembele's already won the World Cup, so I guess it's fine. But I'm wondering what this is going to do for his Ballon d'Or chances. And the cutscene has played. We are at the ceremony. Is Dembele going to finally get his Ballon d'Or? He is, boys. Let's go. We've completed one of the challenges. It's taken us almost 15 years to do it. But from a 57 overall, we've got Ousmane Dembele, the Ballon d'Or. What a journey this has been. But following the Ballon d'Or, maybe Dembele got a bit in over his head because PSG finished 6th in the league. They did win the French Super Cup, putting him up to 13 career trophies, but no French Cup, and knocked out in the Champions League playoffs. Of course, I can see why. Dembele was injured throughout his final season. He played only 4 games. I mean, come on, he's one of the most injury-prone players in real life. It was bound to happen at some point, and I'm kind of glad it happened after he won the Ballon d'Or. But to be honest, guys, now the big question, how do you rate Dembele's career? I mean, we've got him to a 94 overall, a Ballon d'Or. 13 career trophies is decent, especially when we have the Champions League and the World Cup. I think he's earned his status of being an icon. Let me know in the comments. Meanwhile, if you enjoyed this video, watch me play the career of Rafinha. Click here.